Hi, my name is Sara Rogers, and this is my first speech, and here is my audience members. My mom, Judy Reyes, my son, Max, and Mrs. Brenda Buckner. I'm going to be talking about small town life, growing up in small town life. So, Uncle Big Bob, Uncle Gus, Uncle Wolf, the formerly known as Uncle Punkin, Ma D, and Uncle Jim D. That's right, I grew up in small town America. Having been raised in a small town has influenced my values and played a role in shaping the person that, that I have become. But it does not define my perspectives. Today I'd like to share how being a member of a large family in a small town has affected my life. And also I will examine the importance of branching out of small town mentality and thinking beyond the simplicities of life in a small town. My maternal grandmother, Mamaw, as we like to call her, is one of 6 children. I've got a plethora of great aunts and uncles, more second and third cousins than you can imagine. And even though some may call them distant cousins, that is not the case with me. And did I mention that one of my sisters already has 4 children, and she's only 22 months older than me. My dad's side, I have quite a few aunts and uncles and cousins. Most of us were raised within a 20-mile radius of one another, but now we've spread across the world from West by Germany to Pennsylvania to Georgia. I have been fortunate enough to grow up with the ability to truly get to know these wonderful family members and nurture close relationships with a great number of my relatives. This would only be possible by living in a small town. I have been blessed with a solid network of love and support. I've learned and I take very seriously the value of family. I am determined to teach my son the same. Although at times I have a large family in close proximity, often it breeds drama, and I've found myself craving privacy. I know that overall I am blessed to be surrounded by so much love. As an adult, I've realized that having close relationships with kin has helped me develop into a dependable and an accountable friend. Being a part of such a large family with small town values like getting together for holidays and sharing meals and stories equally has shaped the way that I treat others. While overall the small town life has been positive, I do feel the need to stress the importance of branching out of the comfort and simplicity of small town thinking. It's easy to blindly adopt the opinions and perspectives of those around you. For example, I've found there tends to be a general consensus on politics and religion in small communities. This is probably a result of large families who share opinions. There is little overt challenge to the accepted ways of thinking. Unfortunately, I recognize the desire within myself to seek my own perspective. So as an adult, I've moved around and made an effort to absorb as much diversity in culture, opinions, and perspectives as possible. I try to be open-minded, and I can't say the same for many of my relatives who have never found the need to explore the opinions and views of others, even if to just educate themselves. I would also like to mention the posed difficulty in dreaming big while growing up in a small town. Often I've found that although a handful of people talk about escaping small town life, some do not know how to act on their dreams because the small town mentality has stifled their ability to execute fully their dreams. I'm not suggesting that one should abandon small town life. I would just encourage those who itch for something beyond life in a small town not to allow the confines in which they've grown up prevent them from moving forward and moving on. I'm I'm speaking of life beyond a small community. Small towns aren't as small as they once were because of the internet and social media and networking. And because of those things, I'm able to stay close to the ones who no longer live in close proximity. The world is literally at our fingertips now. It seems much easier for youth to think big and follow their dreams with unlimited access to so much information. I've chosen to raise my son in a small town for several reasons, but I'm certain that his experience will be much less limited than mine was. Growing up in a small town has been an overall positive influence in my life, and I have learned the value of family and establishing meaningful relationships. I share small town values from experience, and I've learned to take initiative in seeking my own beliefs and opinions. I would say that growing up in a small town has been good for me. So God bless Uncle Bubba, Mungie, and Uncle Tip. Thank you.